God spoke to me last night. I was just standing here in worship, and I believe this is a prophetic word for the church, and I believe it's a prophetic word for you. He said to me last night so clearly, he said, Sean, the pandemic provoked Canada to wake up. Then he said, now the U.S. is provoking Canada to stand up. But there is something that is coming that will provoke us to go up. And I saw both tragedy and trophy. That there is no trophy without a tragedy. I feel like there is a trophy that God is handing the church in this season, in this hour, because of what the church is going to go through, but also Canada as a nation is going to go through. I don't know the timeline, but I saw that in this next chapter of Canada's history, that Canada would go up and take the mountain. Because not only did the pandemic cause us to wake up a little bit, to shake our neutrality, the U.S. now is causing Canada to stand up, strong in our identity, strong and confident in who we are. But I feel like what's coming is going to cause us to go up and take the mountain in this next season. Because there's a trophy coming, but it might come through tragedy. And I feel like the church and the nation needs to get ready. And I saw this like in the person of Joseph, and I heard the Lord say this to me. He said, the betrayal and the pit provoked Joseph to wake up. The accusation and the prison provoked Joseph to stand up, but the famine provoked Joseph to go up. See, Joseph took a mountain, and he ended up standing second in command to the Pharaoh and became the guy to save a nation through famine. I believe this is happening right now, that although there might be some metaphoric famine of sorts, a metaphoric famine in some way in our nation, the church, and I believe, and the country, and I say it both, the church and the country is standing up in a whole new way, and there's going to be a trophy that comes out of this season. And I feel like this, just like Joseph had a promotion, I believe there's a promotion coming to the Church of Canada. Often in Canada, you might feel like Canada's small. Although we're really big, we're small. To some degree, we're a small population. I believe there is a bigness coming to the people in Canada. That although we may be small, we are like Gideon's army. And there's a strength coming over Canada in the church that's going to be unparalleled to any other time in Canadian history. Why? Because I believe this, the church, when the church takes the helm and takes leadership, everything functions the way it's supposed to. Where the people of God become, not just in word, the head and not the tail. Everything begins to function in order, in divine order. I shared it in Stony Plain, Alberta, and it's within a few days you probably saw the CBC article that came out. And I want to show this picture, and I believe it's a prophetic picture. From a national standpoint, the eagle is a symbol of America. The goose is a symbol of Canada. And here we have, within 3 days, someone caught this fight that was happening. It was a 20-minute fight, and the goose was standing up to the eagle. And after I shared this, I said that it's time for Canada to stand up, and this happened. I felt like it was just a confirmation in my spirit that we truly are getting a new strength. So although while many Canadians are like, oh my gosh, this is horrible, and blaming, you know, it's like, you know what, no, wait a minute. This is an opportunity for you to stand up. This is a prophetic declaration, I believe, of what's happening. And guess what? The eagle left. The eagle gave up. And this is not, listen, do not hear me. I am not talking about political leaders here. I'm talking about principalities and powers in the spirit that are above all of that, trying to provoke. I saw a video just days later after I shared this word, and Pierre Poilievre said out of his mouth,
we will be self-reliant, sovereign, and stand on our own feet, and stand on our own feet, and stand on our own feet.
And when I heard that on this video, I'm like, man, this is the word of the Lord.